welcome Sista Brunch family.
Hi, Sista Brunch family. I can't wait to share these episodes with you. Recorded at the Recording Club in Santa Monica in October of 2025. We were celebrating the end of our season 6 and doing a fundraiser for our season 7. We worked with the folks at Pioneer Network to help plan the event and run the event. And it was just an incredible day. And we were able to use the podcast room at the Recording Club during the event. So all that background noise you're going to hear is this celebration that's happening in the background. Keep in touch with us. Sign up for our newsletter, which you can do by going to our website and scrolling down to the bottom if you'd like to join future Sista Brunch celebrations. We can't wait to meet you. We can't wait to share more stories with you. And on that note, go ahead and enjoy these beautiful interviews that happened at our season 6 celebration.
When did I feel the most invisible? And what did I do to reclaim space? That's the question. Well, I'm Maegan Philmore. I was on, I believe, the 2nd season of Sista Brunch.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And when I felt the most invisible is, it's happened a lot, but it is when Black people they are thought of as like a checkbox, like, oh, I want a diverse cast. And I'm like, but you have a Latin family on the show. Mm-hmm. And then they tell me that's not what I mean. And I had to tell people at one network I worked at, I said, don't use diverse to mean Black, just say Black.
Right, 100%.
Yeah, because I went out one time and I looked for a lot of diverse companies, because there's tons of different reasons for diverse. Diverse 100%. Does not just mean Black.
Right.
And I said, if you say Black, then that singles my focus. Exactly. And I can, can go for that. And what I do to reclaim space is I went to therapy to learn why sometimes I don't think I'm that good, or should speak up. Because I was like, a lot of my counterparts, non-Black people do it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And that's of any gender will do it. And so I went to therapy to teach me how to speak. And even today at my current gig, people talk to me in a way that is not respectful. Mm. I've had to tell them how to talk to me. I would have never had that agency if I didn't do the therapy. And that comes from, during George Floyd, a lot of past coworkers apologized for not speaking up for me in different arenas. And because they just didn't understand what I was going through. For some reason, George Floyd, it clicked on for him. Mm-hmm. Well, what it did for me during George Floyd, I started realizing how much stuff I had been pushing down. So with that therapy, I learned to reclaim my space. It's like, I'm hired. I am your equal in this position, or you hired me to give a perspective. Right. I need to be able to say it. Even if you won't take it. I've learned from a lot of people, just write it in an email. So it's noted. I raised my hand and I said, this is possible, or this is it. And if they ignore it, they ignore it. And what I have found is when I did that to reclaim my space, other people noticed. And I loved it. They'll be like, you really sent that email that your boss sent. I'm like, yes. And so it's nice that I'm able to do that more, even though it still feels foreign. Like, it still doesn't feel like the normal engagement. Yeah.
Well, that's excellent. Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah, of course.
So first of all, putting stuff in writing is important for track record, and to make sure you said your piece. Saying your piece regardless of how it will be received is important. But in terms of how you were advocating for yourself, in terms of shifting how the way people speak for you, can you share like what exactly you learned or how you craft those responses or statements? Because I'd love to use them also.
Yes. Well, I had one boss. He hated the word feeling. It really bothered him. So he had a corporate trainer teach me how not to use the word feeling. So I still like the term feeling.
We're human.
It's just not human. I'm also a woman through and through, right? So am going to lead with emotions a lot of the time, even if I seem calm, if I seem not affected. So thank you. She said 3 more minutes. What I've learned to do is see how different people react, copy their emails. And then one of my mentors always told me to make your emails like a sandwich. Since I work in production a lot, I have to tell people no nicely, or ho, I'm reducing this because, but start it polite, start with my kindness, end with my kindness, and then I refine it, right? In that way.
Compliment sandwich or the opposite, because the not so good things in the middle.
Yeah, so that, that kind of sandwich. And that's what I do. I've also now taught ChatGPT to write for me. So I've said, these are some letters I've written in the past. I need to write to this particular person so they can format it back in my speak, and that really helps. And I also run things by people sometimes. I'm like, hey, is this what's really going on? So I run through people that are in my community, like what I need to tell people to stand up for myself sometimes, and it helps.
That's great.
Yeah, did you want to answer anything before we go? Because they hard timing us out there.
Yeah.
Or at least just introduce yourself.
Okay. I'm E'lon Joi. I was in season 1 of the Sista Brunch, and I'm a writer, director, and founder of Black Film Allegiance. I think ways that I've learned to take up space is to learn from other people, and that's why it was so important for me to hear your experience, because even if I haven't gone through it yet, I feel like it's an indicator of what could also be my experience also. So I love that we have spaces like this to share and kind of have peer mentorship in some sense, where it's like, okay, we're different levels of industry, sometimes different departments, but our shared experiences are the same. So I thank you for sharing what you experienced in therapy and how we could use that in the workplace, because it's necessary.
No, it is beyond. And when I realized I needed therapy, because everyone else was just owning up to what they ignored, but I was owning up to what I lived.
I know that's right.
Woo! And that it's a totally different experience when you're like, I'm living. I'm the reason why y'all protesting.
Oh, whew. And it affects our sleep. Like,
you know what I mean? It because I was like, I can't hear one more white man say, I didn't even notice what's going on in the NBA.
Listen.
And and I was like, you didn't know for years about the NBA? Where was you when Larry Bird and Magic? Like, I saw that as a kid. If I can see it as a kid, so that means you lived 40 years.
Part of the privilege.
Just living wild. Just living with a care, But I saw a man yesterday and wearing a freedom shirt with Charlie Kirk's face on it, an American flag.
Oh, wow.
And it was Marina Del Rey. So it was like fucking close. It wasn't even like down in the deep beach cities.
Oh, I know.
And I was like, woo. And it like terrified me, because we know what that shirt means. So I just got to put on more of my shirts.
Just like the one you have on today.
Yep, and then come to places like this, meet more people like you and I. This is the second time we met. We got to exchange information and talk. So let's let other people get their shine, I guess. Which never happens.
I understand what you mean. It always hits the mid area.
Right? It just. All right.
Hi, Sista Brunch family. Thank you so much for watching or listening to our interviews from the Sista Brunch celebration for Season 6 and Season 7 fundraiser. Sista Brunch is brought to you by Trujillo Productions, and I am Fanshin Cox. I'm the co-creator, co-host, and producer of the Sista Brunch podcast. And we also have our Season 7 team helping out. That's Samantha K. Henderson, Tasha Rogers, Ashanti Groves, Charlie T. Savage, Sean Pipkin West, and Maegan Philmore. Sista Brunch is recorded on the unceded territory of the Tongva and the Chumash in Los Angeles. Thank you so much for listening. You can support us by leaving us a review on Apple or Spotify, wherever you listen or watch the podcast, and also joining us over on our Patreon, where we're starting our Sista Sessions. Sista Sessions will teach you about things that all of our different guests and our team members know about. We welcome you to that community, and that's at patreon.com/Sista Brunch. Thanks, everyone, and enjoy these beautiful interviews from our Season 6 celebration.